The bathroom light flickered as I stared at the pregnancy test on the counter. 2 bold lines. Not faint. Not questionable. Certain. The air felt thicker, like it might collapse on top of me. I pressed both hands over my stomach, as if I could hold the truth inside long enough to make it disappear. My husband's voice echoed from the hallway, casual and warm the way it always was when he came home from work. "Soph, you here?" Panic punched through me. I shoved the test into the bathroom drawer. My pulse hammered so violently I could feel it in my teeth. I stepped out just as he walked in, still wearing his navy uniform shirt that smelled faintly of engine oil and detergent. His eyes softened when he saw me. "Hey," he said, leaning in to kiss my forehead. "Everything okay?" My mouth went dry. "Yeah, just tired." He didn't question it. He never did. Trust was a language he spoke fluently, and I was poisoning it. At dinner, he talked about a coworker who kept messing up shift schedules, and I nodded, pretending to follow. But in my head, I kept hearing a different voice, one I fought to forget. A laugh that once gave me butterflies. A voice that pulled me back into reckless youth. Hey. The man I had sworn I was done with. The man I should have cut out of my life the moment I said, "I do." But 3 months ago I didn't. I answered his message instead. He claimed he only wanted closure. Conversation. A way to apologize for leaving me shattered years ago. And I believed him, or maybe I just wanted to. 1 meeting turned into 2. And then, during a moment of weakness and nostalgia, 1 simple hug became something unforgivable. Now I was 7 months pregnant. And the dates didn't add up neatly. My husband, Michael, believed it was his. He had no reason not to. Every time he smiled at my growing belly, guilt sliced me open. One night, curled beside him in bed, he rested his palm on my stomach. The baby kicked hard and he laughed, amazed. "They're strong already," he whispered. "Just like their mom." If I had any strength, I would have told him the truth right then. But fear always won. Fear of breaking him. Fear of losing the life I built. Fear of seeing disappointment in those gentle eyes. Over the next week, something shifted. He became quieter, distracted. He watched me with attention I didn't understand. When I reached for his hand, he would hold it, but it felt like only his fingers were touching me, not his heart. One morning, I found him sitting on the edge of the bed long before sunrise. His keys were clenched in his fist. "I'm heading out early," he said without looking at me. "You sure you're okay?" His jaw tightened. "Yeah." He kissed my forehead in a way that felt heavy instead of affectionate. Like a goodbye he wasn't ready to say out loud. My phone buzzed that afternoon. "Jake, we need to talk. I have something to tell you." My throat tightened. Not now. Not when I was barely holding everything together. I ignored it. Later, when Michael came home, he went straight to the kitchen and started cooking even though he hated cooking. He dropped a pan. His hands were shaking. "Michael, talk to me. What's going on?" He looked up slowly. His eyes were red, but not from crying. From holding something dangerous inside. "I ran into someone today," he said quietly. "An old friend of yours." I slipped into my veins. "Who?" "Jake." He didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. His calmness was worse than any anger could ever be. My breath stuttered. Why were you talking to him?" He knew who I was. He knew things about us. About the baby. Michael's voice strained. "He said the timing isn't right. Said you two reconnected." "He's lying," I blurted, too fast, too shaky. He stepped closer, searching my face. "Is he?" His voice cracked. "Please tell me he is." I wanted to. I really did. I opened my mouth. But betrayal has a way of showing itself even when hidden well. My silence answered for me. His hand fell from the counter. "How long?" Tears spilled before I could speak. "It was a mistake," I choked out. "I never meant for any of this to happen." He laughed under his breath, like the air was trying to escape his lungs before it could suffocate him. "You never meant for it to happen. Sophie, you lied to me every day for months. I reached toward him, but he stepped back like my touch burned. Michael, I don't know if it's his. There's a chance. There shouldn't be a chance, he cut in. His voice wasn't loud, but it had sharp edges. I trusted you with everything. That sentence hurt more than any accusation. He stared at my stomach, and his eyes softened with heartbreak, not love. I thought becoming a dad was the best thing that ever happened to me. It still can be, I whispered. He shook his head. Not like this. For a moment he disappeared down the hallway. I stood frozen, hands trembling over my belly. When he returned, he was holding a sealed envelope. It looked worn at the edges, like he'd been carrying it for days. What is that? DNA testing papers, he said. I didn't want to believe what I suspected, but I needed proof if I was wrong. If Jake was just trying to hurt us. His voice cracked again. I think he wanted me to know the truth before the baby comes. My knees almost gave out. Michael, please. I'm not leaving, he said, and his steadiness startled me. Not yet. I need to know if I'm staying for our family or someone else's. Silence pulsed around us. Heavy. Unforgiving. He held the envelope out to me. We do this. Then we deal with whatever happens next. My heart pounded so fast I thought it might stop. I took the papers with shaking hands. I love you, I whispered through tears. I never stopped. He closed his eyes. I love the woman I thought you were. The room felt colder. My future felt like it was hanging by a thread held in his hand. Later that night, he slept on the couch. I lay awake alone, feeling the baby move inside me. Every kick reminded me that a moment of weakness had turned into a lifetime of consequences. I pressed a hand to my belly and whispered into the dark. Please be his. But the truth didn't care about hope. And soon it would destroy everything.